All right, what's up, guys? I'm just gonna read this on top. I only read the first paragraph, and I don't remember the rest. But let's do this. All right. So, I had a dream. I lived in a big city, deep, like in the big city, and I lived deep in the big city. And like my grandmother, well, so I didn't live there, but my grandmother lived there, and she lived downtown, like deep in the city. And it was weird because like I was rich and I had like a ton of money, and for some reason I would go to this casino. Yeah, I would go to a casino, and like that's like a block away, and I would go into this mini arcade, and for some reason I remember specifically there was like a movie theater like on the left side. You can go there, but when you first enter it's like a circle big lobby, and then in the middle is the arcade, and it has like a kind of a lame basketball game, and then it has some other arcades like racing games. I think that was the one that I mostly played and that stuff, and they had a Pac-Man, but they didn't have that many video games in the thing. And then on the right side, that was where the casino was, where you gambled. But it was kind of, I don't know how I understand, but it like went around the area. But like the theater was on the left side. It was kind of hard to explain. But cause the casino went around, but the casino also was started on the left side, but the theater is kind of like like between. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of interesting. I didn't really know the concept, but she lived downtown, and I remember specifically what was crazy about this place is it felt like it was below a canyon, like it was a city below like this really steep mountain, and you can see skyscrapers even going up the steep mountain. You can see where they did construction and blew dynamite just to make it flat so they can put like skyscrapers up there, and it's like a stairway all the way to the top, and it's like a kingdom or something, but like an actual like present kingdom. And then it's like I remember seeing like Japanese or Chinese like letters, like buffets, and like just restaurants and that stuff, McDonald's. I don't know why that was specifically. I'm reading this on the top of my head. I didn't write this in the dream, but I remember specifically like just being in the city, and it was kind of cool. And I remember zigzagging. I would drive through the city, and like for some reason I had like a lot of money, and I went specifically to this casino just to play the arcade. I didn't care about the movies. It was weird because I had some dreams. I swear it was that theater, but like zombies like popped out of the screen, like an actual like zombie apocalypse happened and popped out of the screen, like the theater screen, and it was scary. And like the swarm happened. I was like, where am I gonna go? But I was wondering, that reminds me of a bunch of other dreams, like a hockey dream where I played in like a courthouse, but the courthouse had a basketball court, like two basketball courts, but you can still play between them. And we had a game where it was like a fuller, bigger ice. It was like we were playing bandy. I think that's the name of the game, bandy or something like that. Like, but it's like hockey, but like soccer, because it's a big field and there's no checking. That'd be a fun game to play. But anyways, yeah, like I'm gonna continue back to that stuff. So let's go back to the dreams. Um, so arcade and played. Okay, so this is another dream I had. I had a dream where my senior classmates. I had a bunch of dreams of these. It's always a senior trip, and we go to like Japan for some reason. I don't know why. We never went to Japan. We went to Universal Studios in California. But anyways, the dream. My senior classmates took another trip to Japan, and Japan took a trip to Japan, and the airplane, yeah, so we took a trip to Japan, and the airplane was so much bigger, and it was fast. Like we had to put on like amusement park seats just to like like those things that come down just to lock us in, because it's like going on a rocket. That's how fast like the airplane was. It was a big airplane, which doesn't make sense, but it was like traveling really fast. And like I remember going through like, I think trains also, like we had to do that. It was crazy. Let's see, bigger and faster. We went to this picnic. So the first thing we did when we got there is we ended up on a field where we had a picnic and that stuff. And then we went like it was like just a field and that stuff. I don't really remember that much about the field and that stuff. I just remember that there's people and that stuff. But we ended up going to like this Universal Studios. And I don't really know how to describe this one because I remember it, but barely, kind of. But I remember there was a Harry Potter train that was like golden, and like inside the train it was a museum. So like it showed like pictures of like Harry Potter and like the wands that were in it, and it was like all trophies, like like just like trophied, kind of like in glass containers and that stuff. And it's like the Nimbus 2000 broomstick is in like the gold, like the train express or whatever the Hogwarts Express is, but it's golden for some reason. I don't know why, but I remember it specifically having that train and that stuff with all the monuments or whatever. I don't know if that's the right word, because monuments are just buildings, I think. But like, texture, whatever the heck you call it, trophies is what I like to say, trophy sculpture, whatever you call it. Anyways, and then there was this Mario lazy river, and I remember specifically this Mario lazy river because it was weird. You went through this lazy river, and like there was these two big walls, and it was just Mario themed, like with Bowser in one part, and then like Donkey Kong or like that. But it had like the mushrooms and like the pipe holes where you called the manholes where you called the pipes, and then like Mario jump in and like either side and that stuff, and you can just jump in with the tube and just float down this lazy river, and it felt kind of dangerous for some reason. I don't know why, but I remember specifically jumping into like the Mario river. This is, I guess, why I felt dangerous, because exhibit is like fell and ended up, because like I guess on the Mario lazy river, which I fell in and ended up in the polar bear exhibit. I don't know how I ended up in a polar bear exhibit. I don't remember that. But I do remember the next animal end up. So soon swimming in the water, entering the killer whale habitat. I remember that specifically. And what's cool is it branched out because it was like a little waterfall and it fell into the killer whales exhibit. And then luckily the killer whale wasn't in the thing at time. But oh my gosh, dude, I can feel the presence just right now, dude. But like, I felt like I was in the water, dude, and I was so scared, dude, because this is like 20 feet deep water, or maybe deeper, like 30 something, and I fall into this water, and then like I try to swim to get out because they're gonna let a killer whale jump in the water. Sure, it's trained, but I don't give a shit. It's a fucking whale, dude. So, anyways, that's what happens, and what happens with the killer whale. So and what's weird is the habitat ends up expanding and goes bigger. So it's like this big scene. Like what do you call it? Like there's like seats and everything, like big rows and this stuff, but it's like big. It's like a big crowd, and like it was weird, man. But like jumping out of that water, man, oh my gosh, that was so scary, man. Just being in that water, oh my gosh. Which I almost got eaten. Instead, I climbed out and ran to my classmates who already took off on a plane. Yeah, and then for some reason, my classmates leave me at the freaking amusement park, and they somehow end up already leaving, and they go back to freaking New Mexico without me. So yeah, there I am. They leaving me trapped, almost eaten by a whale at the Japanese Universal Studios. Oh my gosh, dude, it's just terrible. And of course, it's in Japan. Anyways, here's another dream. So let's go. I have not gone this far, so let's do this. I had a dream I was at Salt Lake City where I jumped off the highway and found an old abandoned train track that led to a skate park where juveniles hanged out. It was awesome, like abandoned bumper carts and everything, and mall. And the train tracks was awesome, but punks followed me, gonna rob me, so I ran. Yeah, I remember this dream. It was weird, dude. It was like a train station, but it was stacked on stacked. Like, how do I describe it? Like, it was like a bunch of bridges, like stacked on top of each other, and they're all going the straight line, but in like this alleyway, because but in the middle of it, you can like go down these like stairways. There's like stairways, and it leads to like a skate park. It's really hard to describe, but it leads to like train areas, and like you can like, and like on the bottom the area, because it's stacks, it's like, it's bridges stacked on top of bridges where cars can drive, and underneath there's a train station, train track system, and if you go down on that first floor, which is kind of barricaded by guardrails and that stuff, but if you get over, there's a sick skate park near it, and that's a place where like punks and all this stuff and kids hang, and I try to go chill with them and that stuff, but it's kind of sketchy trying to go there because it's a long abandoned area. And I don't know why. There's cars obviously there, but it still feels sketchy. Like you can get jumped and that stuff. But but when you get to the skate park, it's pretty cool because it's all like there's even a ramp, and I don't know why, but you can jump the ramp and jump over the trains, and it's like, bruh, like it's kind of sketch, but it's pretty cool. I don't know how I remember that dream. I wish I could remember most of it, but it's kind of like I remember some of it. Like I remember specifically the skate park being on the right side when you enter it. Once you jump down this to the train station and you go across it, and then it's on the right side and that stuff. But like I don't understand, dude. Like it's cool because it had a ramp where you can just go and jump off, like jump and then catch speed and jump over. But I don't know if it's, I don't remember because like the dream changes. So it's like, can you jump over the train or can you not jump over? So it plays tricks on your head, and I don't really remember that much. But guess I'm gonna end it there so that way there's time for the next ones. Peace.